Townsend Saunders at the National Wrestling Hall of Fame induction weekend. Townsend, they selected you this time, and what you were thinking when the phone call rang? I know your house has had that phone call before. What was it like for you to be told, hey, you're in the Hall of Fame?
Oh man, it was gosh, it was just fulfilling. You know, it's such an honor, and it was a feeling of like, wow, finally, you know. But you never really know if something like that's going to happen. It's just an amazing achievement, I think, and so I'm just really honored. Yeah, we've had that phone call with Tricia being inducted before, so there's already a plaque in our house, and so I've been waiting all these years to get my plaque.
So you also know what the weekend's like. A lot of the people that are inducted may never have been to Stillwater or seen a weekend, but you were here supporting Trish one year when she got in.
That's right.
So this will be a little different, right? This time it's going to be about you.
Yeah. This time I won't just be riding those coattails any longer. So.
Well, no, it's really a great honor to have a husband-wife Hall of Fame couple. It's just never been done before. I mean,
well, we say to each other that we think we've helped each other, compete to the highest levels and stuff. And I know that she certainly helped me quite a bit, and so she says that I helped her in her competitions. So it's been a dual effort for sure.
So everybody has a way they got into wrestling. What got you into the sport when you were young?
I think my size. I think my size, yeah, sure. I enjoyed the sport of football when I was in elementary school, but by the time I got into high school, I've started to recognize that some of my peers were growing a lot bigger than me, and I didn't think football was going to be an avenue for me to have fun. And so somebody said, hey, you might be really good at wrestling, and I just took a natural liking to it and had a little bit of success early on, and that's what kind of got me started.
Yeah, now you went to wrestle at the D2 level before you went to Arizona State. I mean, you were exposed to some great coaches, though, right?
Absolutely.
Talk about how college was a real good experience for you to go on to the Olympic level.
Yeah, sure. So you rise and plateau, and I rose a little bit in high school, and then when I got to Cal State Bakersfield, Tim Vanny recruited me to go there, and I was exposed to some really high caliber athletes, and really started to realize how little I really knew about the sport. I used to put on the map with somebody like Jesse Reyes or Danny Cuestas, and people like Joe Gonzalez came through there, and so I learned a tremendous amount. You take your lumps and then you start to rise back up again. Before you know it, you start to beat other levels of competition. Tim Vanny wanted to make the '88 Olympic team, so he went to Arizona State. From Arizona, so I wanted to come back home, followed him out there, and then got exposed to another high caliber group of athletes trying to make the Olympic team, with the Sunkist Kids, who was based out of Arizona State. So people like Kenny Monday and even John Smith would come into town every now and then, and being exposed to guys like that, I think just rubs off on you. You can't help but to get better.
Now, you were an NCAA finalist at Division I level, but had those high Olympic goals coming right out of that. How difficult was it for you to raise to the highest level in international freestyle? You had a style that was pretty perfect for it, actually.
Yeah. Well, you come away from even high school or the NCAAs without having won a title and just feel like, you didn't really kind of reach your goals. But the windows of opportunity is done, because you'll have like 4 years to get it done. If you don't, you don't, And so you got to just move on to the next thing. And that's what I think kind of got me really motivated to just try to win a world title, try to win an Olympic gold medal, and that's what kind of motivated me through the international scene, and ended up doing pretty well.
Well, you were on some really good teams.
Yeah.
United States was a dominant freestyle program when you were on that team.
Sure.
Talk about some of your peers, because they're all in the Hall of Fame too, right?
Yeah, I think I was really fortunate to have competed with an all-star cast of a lot of really high caliber athletes. Most of them have already been inducted into the Hall of Fame, and so again, I think when you're on a team with guys like that and coaches like that, it can't help but to rub off on you. It's just a level of confidence that you have with the other international teams that you're competing against, and so. But many of those members that those peers that are inducted to Hall of Fame, there's a bunch more that were not, that will probably never be recognized, but they certainly impacted me quite a bit. So it's quite a few names of people that really helped me become the best that I could possibly be.
Now, you had some high achievements in international wrestling, World Cups, wrestled at the Goodwill Games, and things like that. But you really put together a good tournament at the Olympics. What are your memories of that week?
Well, I distinctly remember trying to take advantage of the home field crowd. So I had family in Georgia, and so I competed at the '92 Olympic Games, and that was a great experience. I think I realized after coming back home that representing the United States is just a tremendous honor. But when it came time for the '96 Olympic Games, I was just extremely focused on just trying to perform and just trying to prove to be the best in the world, you know. And so I took advantage of the home field crowd for sure.
Yeah, I mean, looking back over your career, you've done so much and been so many places. Is there anything that you feel most proud about, or something that you really, when they ask you, hey, what stands out for you? Is there a thing or two there that made?
I think competing with Trisha, you know, and watching her kind of grow with the sport just like I did. I think she helped me out tremendously. But watching her just actually perform and beat a lot of the international competition that she had was really fulfilling. I think there's, you know, nothing better than to really watch an athlete or come up with a game plan for some specific competition that you're going up against and being able to execute that, or having your athlete execute that on the mat. So that was really fulfilling.
Well, the two of you coached the first women's Olympic team. I mean, and now the sport's blowing up. It's really getting big.
Yeah.
You take a little pride in the development of that program?
I do. There's a couple individual athletes that I think I was able to get inside their head and help them perform to the highest level. I have had a couple of them tell me that I think, you know, they think that I really helped them. And again, you know, it's just nothing more fulfilling than being able to say that you did that.
Well, I've got a little speech ready for tomorrow.
A little one.
Yeah, they don't give you a lot of time.
Well, that's probably good. That's probably good.
All right, congratulations, Townsend. This
Thanks,
is
Gary.
not only a well-earned honor, but something we can all celebrate together.
I'm excited.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Take care.